Hello students, today we'll study a very interesting chapter. This is the first chapter from your book Snapshots from your class 11 syllabus, Summer of a Beautiful White Horse, written by William Saroyan. Now there are main characters in this story. There are four main characters. First is Aram. Aram is a 9-year-old boy. He is from the Garogalian family. His only dream, his long-lasting dream is to ride a horse. He loves to ride horses, but he is very poor, so he cannot afford to ride one. The next person is Murad. Murad is a 13-year-old boy. He's a cousin of Aram. He is also from Garogalian tribe, and he is the one who steals the horse of John Byro. He knows that Aram loves riding, so he comes to Aram's house one early morning at 4 o'clock in the morning because, to let Aram ride the horse. Next person is Uncle Khosrow. Uncle Khosrow is again the craziest member of the Garogalian tribe. He has big mustaches. He is very short-tempered, and his pet dialogue is, it's no harm, pay no attention to it. So, ज़्यादा attention की ज़रूरत नहीं है. There is nothing to worry. Next is John Byro. John Byro is the person who steals the horse of whose horse is stolen by Murad. Now, John Byro knows that Aram and Murad are from very good families, so he refuses to believe that Aram and Murad can actually steal the horse. Next, now coming to the introduction. The Summer of a Beautiful White Horse, written by William Saroyan, is a story about two Armenian boys. Armenian boys means there's a country called the name Armenia, so they are hailing from that country. Aram and Murad, who belong to Garogalian family. Their tribe is known for their honesty. They are poor and can hardly earn money for food. They both long to ride a horse. Murad had stolen a horse from a farmer a month ago, and the farmer's name is John Byro, that I told you beforehand. One early morning, he brought it to the window of Aram and asked him to come along for a ride. They rode the horse for many days. When Aram gets to know the horse is stolen, he gets shocked, but since he wants to learn horse riding, chooses to ignore it. One day, on their way back to hide the horse on the deserted vineyard, they met the owner, John Byro, who, despite knowing that the horse was his, refused to accept that it must have been stolen, owing to their lineage, making the boys feel guilty at the end. The next morning, they returned the horse back to the owner's barn. So, coming to the line-by-line explanation of the story, one day, 9-year-old Aram was fast asleep in his world of dreams when his cousin Murad showed up on the window of his room at 4 o'clock in the morning. He called Aram, who jumped out of his bed and still could not believe what he saw out of the window. It was like a dream come true. Murad was sitting on a white-colored horse. Aram rubbed his eyes and stuck his head out of the window. Murad assured him it was not a dream. He asked if he wanted to ride. He must make it quick. Aram's earliest memory was of horses, and he always wanted to ride one. This was a wonderful part that he was actually going to ride a horse for real. Aram's family was poor and had no money, so it was difficult for him to believe in what he saw outside his house. He belonged to the Garogalian family that was very poor. Although his tribe was poor, they were known for their honesty for 11 centuries. 11 centuries means 1100 years. So they were very famous for their honesty. They were honest, proud, and always believed in right and wrong. No one from their family would ever steal anything or would take advantage of anyone in the world. Aram was so excited that he was seeing a horse that was so pleasant and beautiful. He could smell it and hear it breathing and still could not believe that Murad or anyone in the family could afford a horse. He was thinking if Murad had stolen the horse, but he didn't believe it as he thought no one in the family could be a thief. He asked Murad if he had stolen the horse. Murad replied, if he wants to ride, he must jump out of the window. Aram was convinced that the horse was stolen by Murad. Aram tried to convince himself that it was not the same as stealing money, as they both were crazy about riding a horse. So this shows the attitude of a child. Now he wants to ride the horse, so he says that since we are not selling the horse for money, till the time we don't sell it, it is not called as stealing. He thought it would not be called stealing until they decide to sell it, which they would never do. Aram said he would wear some clothes and come outside. He jumped down to his yard from his room's window and sat on the horse beside his cousin. Aram felt wonderful sitting on the horse which was running. Murad started singing loudly. He was considered one of the craziest members of the family. Crazier than Murad was Uncle Khosrow. He was the craziest one in the Garagulanian tribe. He was a huge man with black hair, largest moustache in the valley. This valley is Joaquin Valley, which has been written in the chapter. He had an energetic temper and was impatient, which was very irritating. He used to make anyone stop talking by roaring and saying, "It is no harm, pay no attention to it." So this was his pet dialogue. For everything he used to say, "It is no harm, pay no attention to it." Uncle Khosrow was always this rigid no matter what happened. Once his own son came running to him when he was getting his moustache trimmed at the barber shop. He told him the house was on fire, to which he roared and said the same dialogue, "It is no harm." The barber was amused and tried to talk to him about it, but as usual Uncle roared and said not to pay attention to it. So even the barber was confused. One son said, "Your house is on fire, aag lag gayi hai ghar mein," but he said it is no harm, pay no attention to it. So this was the attitude, this casual attitude of Uncle Khosrow. Murad was considered to be a natural descendant of this man, but he was not his son. So Murad was also very crazy, but he was not Uncle Khosrow's son. His father was Zorab, who was a very practical person. Now they were still riding, and Murad asked him after a while to get down as he wanted to ride alone. Aram got down while telling him that he will also ride the horse alone. Murad kicked his horse in the heel and shouted, "Wazir, run!" Now that is the name of the horse, Wazir. The horse stood on its hind legs, breathed out and ran into a speed. Have you seen the horse riding on the पीछे वाली जो टांगे होती हैं उनको कहते हैं hind legs. So he stood on the hind legs and ran into a speed. Murad raced the horse across a field of dry grass and irrigation ditches. When they arrived 5 minutes later, they were both wet. The sun was almost up and Aram told him it was his turn to ride. Murad got off and Aram sat on the horse. He was fearful and the horse did not move. Murad tried to guide him by saying that he should try to kick into his muscles and told him that he should hurry because they needed to take him back before anyone wake up. Aram kicked into the muscles, the horse began to run and Aram did not know what to do next. The horse started going towards the road that led to the vineyard of Bikram Halabian. This is the name of one of the person with the vineyards. He began to move over the vines and Aram fell down. Now, although he was sitting, he did not know how to ride. So he told him to kick into the muscles. So once he kicked into the muscles, the horse started riding and it reached a vineyard. Now, the vineyard has a lot of vines, the creepers. So his foot, the horse foot, got stuck into the vineyard and he fell down as well as the person. Aram also fell down. The horse continued to run and Murad came running down the road towards him. Murad told him that he is not worried about him, but they needed to find the horse. They both went different ways to find him. Now Murad was very worried because if they do not find the horse, what will happen? People will come to know that this is the horse that has been stolen, so they'll be caught. So finding the horse was a priority for them. Ram looked for the horse down the road and Murad went towards the irrigation ditch. He came back after 30 minutes with the horse. He told him, so one person went towards the main road, the other went towards the irrigation, wherever the farmers used to have the crop, where they take the water for irrigation. He came back after 30 minutes with the horse. He told him to jump over as the whole world was awake by then. Ram asked him where he would hide him. Murad told him about a place he knew that would be the perfect hiding spot. Aram agreed and Murad walked the horse quietly towards the barn of a deserted vineyard. It belonged to a farmer named Petpache. Now a question can come in your syllabus that where did they finally hide the horse? It was at a farmer's vineyard by the name of Petvajian. The barn had some oats and alfalfa. Now this is the kind of crops that were grown there. They started walking home. Murad told Aram that it was not easy to get the horse to behave nicely as it wanted to run wild at first. He told him again that he had a way with the horse and he could get them to do whatever he wants to. Horses understood him. So throughout the story you will get to know that Murad is a very practical person who knows how to handle people. He knows how to handle the horse There'll be a time when you'll come to know when they'll knows how to handle the dogs. He also cures Robin, so he knows how to handle not just people but animals as well. So everybody listened to him. Ram went home and ate breakfast. That day his uncle Khosrow visited his house for coffee and cigarettes. He sat in the parlor and was remembering the old country when a person came to visit him. He was John Byrow, a farmer. His mother bought Byrow some coffee and tobacco. He sipped and smoked and told him about his missing white horse who was stolen last month and he was not able to find it. Khosrow wrote that it is no harm and shouted, why was he crying for the lost horse when they had lost their homeland? Now this is John Byrow whose horse was stolen by Murad, and he was complaining that his horse was stolen last month. So Khosrow said it is no harm, there is nothing to worry about it. Small things. Aram went to Murad, who was sitting under a peach tree. Now, prior to that, what happens that Uncle Khosrow, then John Byrow said that this horse costed me $60 and I had to work so much because I did not have a horse, so my legs were hurting. So he said, it is no harm, there is nothing to worry, you don't have to worry, and he rushed back. Now, after that, Aram went to Murad, who was sitting under a peach tree talking to a robin bird. He was repairing the bird's wing that was hurt. Aram told him about John Byrow and how he visited their house and wanted his horse. Aram had understood that the horse belonged to John Byrow. Aram asked him not to return the horse until he learns to ride it. Now, this is the change in the attitude. Initially, Aram was hoping that this horse is not stolen, but now, even though he knows that it is stolen, the child in him doesn't want to return it because he wants to ride first, learn how to ride it first. For the next 2 weeks, they both would take the horse out of the barn and ride it. But even every morning, the horse would throw arms and run away whenever he tried to ride it. He still hoped he would learn to ride it the way his cousin did. So every morning they used to practice, and every time the horse would throw a arm down. But he still wanted to learn horse riding just like Murad did. Once on the way to the deserted vineyard, early morning when they were going to hide the horse at Fetwajian's vineyard, they met John Byrow, who was on his way to the town. Murad wished him good morning, and Byrow saw the horse carefully. Byrow wished them back and asked the name of the horse. Murad said his name was My Heart, so he lied that his name was My Heart. In actuality, his name was Wazir. And he said My Heart in Armenian language. Byrow complimented that it was a lovely name for a lovely horse. He swore that it was his horse that was stolen weeks ago. He asked if he could look at his mouth. After looking from tooth to tooth, he said it was his horse if he did not know his parents. He said the horse was a twin of his horse. So even Byrow was not ready to believe. He knew his parents that they could not steal. So definitely he said, this is the twin of my horse. This is definitely not my horse because I know your parents. He further said that his family is all for honesty, but the horse looks just like the one he lost. He wished them and went away. Next morning, guilt-stricken, the boys took the horse back to John Byrow's vineyard and kept it in the barn. The dogs followed them around without making any sound. Murad replied they would not bark at them since he had a way with the dogs. Murad put his arms around the horse, then pressed his nose into the horse's nose. He patted him and then they went away. Now, this is the thing that I was talking about. Firstly, he knows how to handle horses. Next, Murad knows how to handle those Uncle Uncle Byrow as well. Now, at the same time, he was talking to the robin as well, curing his wings. Now he's talking to he is able to handle the dogs as well. So he patted him. He has a kind of a mental attachment to the horse, and he patted him, and they went away. That same afternoon, John came to Aram's house in his surrey and showed his mother his horse that returned. He said that the horse was much stronger now and well behaved. He thanked God. Uncle Khosrow, who was in the parlor, again shouted, irritated, quiet man, quiet. Your horse has been returned. Pay no attention to it. Now the story ends here. Now this shows the character of John Byrow. He must have understood, definitely understood. He met the boys a day before and the next day the horse was returned. That the horse was definitely stolen by Murad and Aram. But he did not confess it in front of his mother, because he understood that they were the children, and now once they were guilt stricken, they understood and returned the horse. Now, what message do we get from the story? The story teaches the importance and value of honesty as well as integrity, even in the face of all odds, that is, greed and passion. Despite social or economic challenges, the way the boys displayed their maturity in the end is commendable. Their love for the animal is quite authentic. When they return the horse, they have a genuine understanding that they need to return what is not theirs. So we must all listen to our conscience and follow our heart under all circumstances. So just like the boys listen to their heart till the end, similarly, we should also listen to our heart and not get worried by the temptations. Okay, children, hope you understood it. Happy learning. Please like, share, subscribe if you like this video.